Previously on Trucking California with Velox 18.
I'm leaving, but I'm not loaded. They came out and told me, hey, got bad news. They don't have the product. It's going to be about 10 hours before they have the product. So let's just get on our horse, go back, regroup. I might even try to find a new load for tomorrow and just see if I can find something else that fits in, because I already booked a bunch of loads the next couple days. So I don't know, man. We'll see. Hey, welcome back to Trucking California with Velox 18. It is 3:30 in the morning, bright and early, dark and early, whatever you want to call it. We're up way too early, way earlier than I like to be. I like my beauty sleep, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there, because this morning we got to go back to the shipper that, we showed up yesterday for our 6 p.m. appointment, and they said, hey, your product's not going to be ready till 4 in the morning. So you can just pull forward and take a nap if you want, or, do whatever. But I'm 20 miles from the yard, like 15 miles from my house. I'm not just going to take 10 hours off that close to the house. So I drove back home. I called the broker, said, hey, what do you guys want to do about this? They said, well, we can give you a tonneau if you really want. And I said, no, I want to talk about, layover rate and detention. And the guy said, well, I can't talk about that kind of stuff. So, because he's just the after hours guy, he said, but I can give you a tonneau if you're going to fall off the load. And I said, nah. I said, I'll call you if I decide to fall off the load, but I don't think I'll do that. I did call on a load after that to see if I could find a new load. But I don't know, they had the wrong date on it. Said it picked up this morning, and then the guy's like, nope, picks up on Thursday. I'm like, all right, well, that sucks. So anyway, so now we're up, buck crack at dawn. We're gonna go back over there and hopefully get this load on the truck. And now it's a straight through. We got to get it down to City of Industry down in LA by 5 p.m. this evening. It's only like a 6.5, 7 hour drive, something like that. It's not that bad, but during the day it might take a little bit longer. And it's got a 5 p.m. appointment, so right there, right at rush hour, right at like that good time when you really want to be on the roads in LA. That's when this thing delivers. So anyway, we will get down the road, go pick this load up, hopefully, and go make our delivery. You guys want to come along for the ride? Let's go. Let's roll the music. You guys see this? This is the 389 right here. 389 with the reefer. This is my first time seeing them parked here, so got another 389 in the yard. I like it. But let's get on our way, man. Yeah, that a 6 p.m. pickup West Coast time means there's definitely no one in the office for these brokers. So when I called, the guy, he basically just relays a message, and then the only thing he can do is he's like, well, I can give you a tonneau. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't really want to fall off the load unless I know I got something else lined up. I mean, it sucks, but it's one of those things. And this load is for Swift Night, and I'll be honest, it's been hard to get them to issue me updated rate confirmations with detention and with that kind of thing, so that I can factor those parts. So it kind of is a sucky situation, because some of these brokerages, they just, once they cover a load, it's out of their mind, out of sight, out of mind. They don't care, man. They just don't care. And so I had sworn off of using Swift Night unless I absolutely needed them. And this load paid a little bit better than other loads, on the same lane and in the same mileage range. So I decided, like, let's go with them. Let's just let's rock and roll with the little Swift night action. But yeah, they tend, if things don't go well, they're one of the harder ones to kind of like try to get them to do what they need to do after the fact. And they're hard to get on the phone, man. Sometimes if you need a lumper fee, you sit on hold for like 20-30 minutes. it's just not good business. So like I said, I've sworn off them, but only use them when I need them. Not, you know, they're definitely not my first choice. But when I look at the load board and they're $200-300 more than other loads going the same place, you know, the same lanes, I figure let's do it. You know, especially right now with the price of fuel, every $200 or $300, you know, matters. But I know that this is going to be a little bit of a debacle trying to get paid for this layover, but they got to come through on it. They got to come through on it. So maybe that's a topic for another day. I realized I was just talking for about 10 minutes about all the different brokerages and which ones I like and which ones I don't. We'll have to do a whole separate video on that because I'm not going to bore you guys with all that. Just off the top of my head, though, I will say I've had good luck with Coyote and Molo. Trying to think if there's any other ones that do it similar to them where you know, you got like a carrier rep that kind of takes care of you, because that's how those guys do it, and it seems to work well. You know, you're not just dealing with random people. Like, you got a carrier rep that does those things. I'm supposed to have one with Swift Night, but he never answers his phone, so it doesn't work the same as those other places. And then the kind of the cyber, you know, the app-based brokerages, Convoy and Uber, because they pay directly and they use tracking on your phone to see where you're at, to know when you get to the shipper and when you get to the receiver. You know, they don't fight you on detention and stuff. You don't have to wait for them to issue you a new rate confirmation. They just put the money in your account the next day. So those ones are easy to deal with, but also difficult to deal with at other times because you don't have like a real point of contact with them. You're just dealing in the app. So it can be frustrating if you do have like an issue trying to get to someone. But in my experience, if you wait until you do get to someone, until you make that human contact with someone at Convoy that isn't in a call center but is actually in the brokerage, they take care of you really well. So anyway, that's my shortened version of the last 10 minutes of what I was talking about. We'll have to go into detail in another video, but anyway, we're almost there, about halfway there, so we'll get over here, get this load hopefully, and shoot, get on our way. Good morning. Good. I'm here to pick up. Yeah.
Paperwork?
I just have a PO number.
What are you picking up today?
To be honest, I don't know. I think it's butter.
Butter?
I think so. It says something about butter down in the description, but I think
Appointment at?
it was last night at 6 p.m. and they sent me away and said it wouldn't be ready till 4 a.m. So.
They don't open till like 6 in the morning though.
Why would he tell me?
Yeah, right in the front.
Well, I was back here last night.
Yeah.
They put me in door 11. I don't know, is that?
Door 11?
That's where they had me, and then they came out and said, "Oh, we don't have all your stuff. Come back at 4 a.m."
Trailer number?
3836. I don't know. He he wasn't too sure of himself, and I had to tell him, like, hey man, I was here last night. They turned me around. He's like, oh, they don't open until 6 a.m. I'm like, you told me to come back at 4, man. Like, just let me go back here and talk to these guys. I said, he goes, well, you're up front if you're picking up butter. I'm like, well, I don't know if I'm actually picking up butter, man. I don't, because the fact of the matter is that this thing also says something about Coca-Cola. So I don't know why this says things the way it says things, but it's just the way that this freight bill, or bill of lading, or rate confirmation lists it out. So I'm gonna go see if I can get checked in over here. Let's see. All right, so that didn't seem very promising. I checked in over here, and right when I was there, there's someone on the radio. Hey, did that city of industry ever check in? Like, I was late, and he goes, and he's like, no, man. And I was like, I'm the city of industry right here. And he was like, oh, okay. So I told him, yeah, I was here last night. They told me they didn't have the product, to come back at 4 a.m. And told him I live right down the road, so I just left and came back. And then he was like, man, to be honest with you, I don't know. Actually, let me go check it out. I'll come back. So I'm like, all right. So we might, I don't know. It sounded like it wasn't good news. He didn't put me in a dock and say, oh yeah, we got all your product. Let's load you up. So I don't know what's gonna happen right now, but we shall see, man. We shall see. All right. So we're once again leaving without a load. They just said, hey, the machine isn't. He's like, I don't even have one pallet for you. So it sounds to me like they're canceling the load, but they're not canceling the load. So I called Swift Knight and just told them to issue me a tow new, pull me off the load. I'm out of here. No, they didn't have any product for me, so cool. Thanks, bro. He's all, did you pick up? I'm like, nope. So now I've either got to find a different load for today, or that gets me like kind of like a straight through for tomorrow, or I've got to cancel the loads I've pre-booked both tomorrow and Thursday. So kind of a crappy situation, man, because those ones paid better than this one. So I gotta try and find a way to get down south today. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. But you guys are on this journey with me. You guys are here. So this load is just a load that just doesn't want to happen, man. There's just something about this load that just doesn't want to happen. That's okay. That's okay. We'll find something. We'll figure something out. For now, I think, well, it's pointless to stay there. And so I think I'm just going to come over here. And go back home. And I'm not really tired anymore. Once you're awake for a few hours, it's hard for me to go back to sleep. I could have used a few more hours of sleep, you know, at 3 o'clock or at 2:30 when I woke up, but trying to go back to sleep now might be difficult. I don't know. Maybe if I lay down, it'll happen. Maybe. I purposely haven't drank my energy drink yet, my caffeine. So maybe I could fall asleep. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. get over here and then go figure it out. The load board doesn't really get going until about 7 a.m. my time, so it's 4 almost 4:30, so it's kind of a weird time to be stuck. Take a couple hour nap or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll catch up with you guys when I figure out what the heck I'm doing.
All right, we're back at home, and we've got to try and figure out a load for today. So let me see. We've got 236 loads within 150 miles of me for reefer and reefer van for today. I'm not looking at any of these long distance ones. Trying to keep my mileage in state for the most part. I mean, Utah. So this one I was looking at, but it's a one pick 3 drop. Depending on the 3 drops, it might be doable, but 2,300 on 661 miles. You see, it's a pretty short deadhead. Patterson is just down the road. So that's something. I don't know. 3 drops, depending on where they're at, is like bad. It could take like multiple days, or I don't know. You guys can see the ones I've already kind of looked at this morning. Kotati to Tullison. So this is what something going straight to Phoenix pays, 1,800 versus the 2,300 we saw for the multiple drops. So that's basically the difference. You're getting paid a couple $100 each for each of the drops. That's kind of how they're doing it. Let's see. Patterson to Riverside. This is the one I called on yesterday, and they said it's picking up on Thursday. It's not picking up today. So whatever that means. Here's this one. Tracy to Phoenix, 1,650 for Swift. No thanks. Portland, Oregon. Fresno to Calexico. Livingston to Calexico. 1,300 on 520 miles. I don't know, man. That's not quite gonna do it for me. I'd need to be up over at least like 1,600 for that mileage. I just can't. I can't do it. Can't justify it. Let's see. Watsonville to Riverside. It's not terrible, except for Watsonville is about 100 miles away, so that gets you close to 500 miles. So once you do that, 1,100 is like nothing. So, all right, it's 5:30 in the morning Pacific time, so people are starting to wake up East Coast and or start their day on the East Coast, and then once Central Time kicks in, around 6 a.m., 7 a.m., we start seeing the loads really start to pick up. So this is what it's looking like right now at 5:30.
Hey, I'm back. It's not the beginning of a video though. It's like the middle of a video. Oh, we can use that weird intro that I did. Yeah, that's what we'll do, because this feels like a new load. Because I went home, I got a little bit of sleep, not much, but a little bit. It's like another hour and a half of sleep. Now, dude, I found myself a load. Took me all morning. Ended up getting a $300 tonu for this load the load that we weren't able to pick up. But now we need to get that over to this new load, because I found a new load, and it sucks though, because I couldn't find a load that connected me to the other loads I had already booked, so I had to cancel both loads. I had to call 2 different brokers and tell them, hey, sorry, the way that this whole thing planned out, I'm a 1-truck guy, so my truck isn't going to be able to make it to the pickup for you. So they were both understanding. They were cool about it. No hard feelings or anything. But I hate doing that to brokers. I pulled the trigger on those phone calls really early, so they'd have one of them had 26 hours to cover the load, and then the other one had 2 days plus. So they'll be okay. They'll find another truck to put the load on. But I just still don't like to do it. Definitely, if I do it, got to give them the heads up. But anyway, we're gonna lower this temperature on this reefer down to -10. We're gonna go pick up some frozen fruit. We're gonna go pick up some frozen food in Tracy, California, about 45 miles away, 50 miles away. And then we got about 690 miles or something like that to go to make our delivery. And we'll be in Phoenix by Thursday morning. So that's the new plan. That's the new plan. So now we're gonna roll the middle intro music, the midtro. Oh, the midtro! You got the intro, you got the outro, but now we got the midtro. Roll the midtro!
I'm on hold with Swift. I have been for 12 minutes, and new song. I got here to the pickup, and they said this load's already been picked up. It's one of those days, man. One of those weeks. Things aren't going as planned. Oh, hold on. My guy is. Hello?
Hey.
Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. My Bluetooth's freaking out.
Oh, you're good, man. That stuff always is a pain to connect. Hey, I missed your call.
Yeah, I'm over here to pick up this load that we got booked earlier, and I showed up and they said this load's already been picked up.
What is up with these fucking bastards lately?
I don't know, man. It's kind of funny though. Go 0 for 2 with Swift Knight today. If I was hoping maybe the pickup number was just like the wrong number or something, but they sounded like they probably only had one load going out that direction, because they said that load with that number already is on a truck, and we called and talked to the truck driver, and he has all the right information, so he's got that load. And
hey, worst comes to worst, it's a $600 day for chilling.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh man.
We minus all the fuel costs and shit, I guess. But,
Yeah.
Hey, you're in Tracy already.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that to you. That's gonna suck.
What were we looking at?
Just give me 1 second. I have another thing I'm trying to see if I can shedaggle real quick, but the only problem is like coming out of Kellogg. I posted. Give me 1 second. Let me call you right back. I'm gonna try to set something up for you.
Okay, cool.
If they're gonna play games, I don't want you to sit there for too long, so I'm gonna get your tonal on that. But I might have another one that you picked till 1800. So let me verify that real fast and call you right back.
All right, sounds good.
Perfect, thanks, man.
All right, see you. All right, so that's what we're dealing with. Somehow their system, he said, it still shows a good load. It's still in their system as like ready to be picked up. So not sure. Sounds like he has another load he wants to put me on. Not sure where it's going, but hey, if if he can get me a Tonu for this one and then send me somewhere else to pick up another load and then send me on my way, so be it. At this point, that's kind of just the kind of day we're having. Yeah, man, this is trucking. This is trying to work with brokers. Brokers trying to work with customers, both shippers and receivers. And it usually depends on the shipper-receiver relationship on who's going to pay for trucking, for the transport. So that's why this kind of stuff happens. You got
you know, a broker with a relationship with one or the other shipper or receiver, and then they're, you know, getting a batch of loads and then setting those loads up on their appointments and everything. And I don't know how it goes, you know, how it slips through their system to show that it's still pending or whatever, or still available when it's already been picked up. But obviously there's a breakdown in communication in their system, and that's but this kind of stuff happens in trucking periodically. I wouldn't say all the time. Like, it does happen all the time, but it doesn't happen to like me all the time. Like, it'll happen to someone every day. Pretty much everywhere that you're gonna be picking up a load or dropping off a load, someone is there that's having a bad day. It's just part of the way that trucking is. So you know, my like, it doesn't happen to me very often. It just happens periodically. I don't know, just every so often you get a bad one, man. You just get a bad one. But we'll see how long this takes. Hopefully he calls me back soon, and I'll let you guys know what's going on. All right. I didn't record that conversation because it was long, and well, that's just the way it goes sometimes. You guys don't get to see everything, all right? You guys, I have to leave some mystery in my life, all right? You guys can't see, like, you know, all the things. But got off the phone with my guy from Swift Night, and he was just like, man, he's like, I'm not going to wait until these guys get back to you. I'm just going to pull you off this load. If you want to get another load going to the same area, I've got a load out of Kellogg's going down to Walmart in Casa Grande. Does that sound like something? I said, well, how much we talking? And he's like, they have it on there for $23.99. And it's picking up right now, so I know that's towards the top of where they can be. Because it's supposed to pick up like between now and 5 p.m. And so I just said, you know, hey, he's like, well, do you want to ask him? Do you want to try and get a little more? I said, always try to get a little more. Come on. He's like, yeah. He's like, I can't approve an increase myself on this one because it's the way that it's the zones that they're in or whatever. So anyway, so we got an extra $100 out of him, which I knew we were already pushing it because I know that's right around the rate that these are moving for right now, 2,200, like that's all day, every day. So we got it for $24.99. And plus we're getting the Tonu for here. So all together today, we not counting my chickens before they hatch, all right? But if we go over there, we actually get a load on this trailer today, all right? Then it will be $300 for the Tonu at the first load, $300 at the Tonu for the second load, plus $25.99 to run down to Arizona. And then we'll have to figure out a load once we get there for Thursday. So with all that being said, I got to get over there and make this pickup. And I don't know. I'll catch up with you guys when we get over there. All right, came over here to U.S. Cold Storage in Tracy, California. And, well, my guy told me check in anytime between now and 6, and then coming to find out it was 6 that I should check in. But these guys are cool. They said go ahead and back into Dock 30, back all the way up with your doors closed, wait until 4:30, and then you can come check in at 4:30. I was like, sounds good. So I got about an hour to kill. So I'm going to start looking at the load boards to see what we got coming out of Nogales on Thursday. So we'll see. We shall see. All right, let's. I'll see what's going on. See what's going on. I don't think I want to do another round of DAT with you guys. No offense. It's not you guys. It's just you can only do so much load board footage on the video. You know, we already did one this morning, so. Let's hold off on that. I'll catch up with you guys when we start getting loaded. Or maybe after we get loaded. I don't know. All right. We got paperwork. We're loaded after 6 hours here. I mean, we were 2.5 hours early, 2 hours and 45 minutes early for our appointment. So, but still, took a little while to get loaded. I'm just happy to have some freight in the trailer, and I get to go trucking. So we're just gonna go a little ways tonight. Not gonna try to do any crazy nighttime trucking. We're just gonna go a little ways, stop, get some sleep, and then we'll do most of the trucking to Phoenix tomorrow. We don't have to deliver this till 1 a.m. Thursday morning, so basically tomorrow night. So I just got to get far enough so that I can get through LA in good timing, and that'll be that. But shoot, let's go trucking. Come on. Tired of this sitting around. All right, man, it's just one of those days. Just one of those days. So I had a couple choices to make as far as which route I should take. If I wanted to take I-5, it's a little bit shorter. If I took Highway 99, it's a little longer, but I could get cheaper fuel. So I decided, you know what? It's gonna cost me about the same, so I might as well take the shorter route. Yeah, let's do the shorter route. More expensive fuel, but shorter route. Well, this is where I would have gotten on the freeway on I-5 right here, except that they closed the on-ramp I needed and sent me on a 10-mile detour. So my shorter route with more expensive fuel is now an equally as long route with more expensive fuel. And anyway, it's only 10 minutes. It's only 10 minutes, but it's just one of those things where it's like, man, this is getting a little bit comical at this point. You know, like this is getting kind of funny. It's so funny I forgot to laugh. You know, just one of those things, man. Like everything today just seems like there's nothing's going smooth. And it's funny, after you take like 4, 5, 6 days off, a lot of times your first day back at the truck seems to go that way. I don't know what it is. You haven't propitiated the trucking gods to give you favor. Oh man. Anyway, we're gonna get on down the road here. At some point I need to stop and get something to eat. I haven't had dinner yet. It's almost 10 o'clock at night. Yay, trucking. Such a healthy lifestyle. I know some of you guys are gonna be like, well, you can bring food in your truck, ding dong. Yeah, I have a small sleeper. I didn't plan on doing this much long haul work when I bought the truck. If I did, I would have got one with a little more room, with the fridge, the microwave, all that good stuff. I mean, I could put a microwave in here, but fridge, I don't think so, man. Anyway, all right. I'll catch up with you guys in a little while, because this video is getting long. All right. We've got lines at the fuel pumps at 10:30 at night. It's pretty crazy how many trucks are putting fuel right now. And then you got all these guys over here sleeping. Look at how far out they're sticking. They're blocking all of these lanes right here, so there's very little room to get around me. When I got here, all this was filled up, but I thought some of those guys were in line the way that it looked. And then once these lines moved up, I realized all those guys were just parked there sleeping. So I was going around, you know, I just picked the line and moved up with it, but those guys weren't even in line. They're just sleeping. But anyway, it's just one of those nights, man. Everything's taking way longer than it should. Way longer. All right. We are finally getting out of here. It's been almost 40 minutes. It's been 35 minutes. And this night sucks. I think it's time just to go to sleep, man. I think it's time just to stop right where we're at and go to sleep, because well, the fact is that nothing is working out. I stopped at this truck stop, this Flying J, not because I wanted to get the fuel here, but because I wanted to get the food. I wanted to get some Wendy's, and I knew they'd be open, and I knew anyway. So, and I wanted to stop and get fuel and food in one stop. So I didn't want to stop and get fuel and then stop and get food again. So I decided to stop here and Had to wait in line for fuel for a long time, and then I go inside and Wendy's computers are down. They'll restart in 15 minutes, and I'm like, oh man, there's nowhere to park to wait for that 15 minutes, and there's a bunch of guys lined up for fuel, so I can't sit there and wait for them. So I got myself some Flying J pizza, and just one of those days. Ready for the day to be over. The sooner I go to sleep, the better. All right, enough of me complaining. This video has been enough of that. We're gonna get on down the road and shoot. This is how we'll end the video. We'll just end the video in hyperspeed going down the road. All right, love you guys. Peace out. See you tomorrow, and it better be a better day than today. It will be. It will. It's got to be, right? Can't get much worse. No, it can get a lot worse. I shouldn't say that. But no, tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will be better. See you guys